Girlfriend gets mad at me for downloading dating app after telling that I could see other people. For about a week and a half, my girlfriend kept telling me that I could see other people if I wanted to. I kept telling her I don't understand why she is saying that now when the relationship is seemingly going well. She said that she knows that I might need to see other people since we recently moved to another city and I don't have any friends. She is way more social than me and she has managed to make friends in some group activities that she has joined. I told her yes, I'll take a look at it. But if I do it, it's mostly for the social part. One don't want to create any issue. So I went ahead and looked up Bumble. I didn't even download it. Just looked it up on the store. One night before going on a trip to visit family, she went into my phone while I was in the restroom and saw that I looked Bumble up. She got mad and started saying that she was only testing me and I failed. She said that she can't believe that the moment she told me that I could see other people, I actually went ahead look for dating apps. It's as if I never cared. She got so mad that she decided to leave the house that night and allegedly stayed at one of her new friends' place. Now you'd think that's the end of it, right? No. Since I was gonna be gone for about a week. She had asked me if she could go on a weekend getaway that her friends were organizing. I said sure. She specifically told me that she was going with a girlfriend. However, after she left the house that night, one of the girls organizing the getaway thing texted me to confirm that we would actually go. Apparently she thought I was the one who was gonna go with her, my GF. But I noticed she referred to me as Michael. My name is not Michael. Obviously I got intrigued. My flight was the next day. In the morning, I called my girlfriend asking her about who the F is Michael. That's when she starts stuttering about who this guy is. It's a guy she met allegedly at work, who is just a friend that she didn't want to tell me about because she didn't want me to get jealous for no reason. But he just a friend and she invited him to the retreat. So basically I was gonna leave and she invited a guy to go on a retreat while being mad at me for looking up a dating app that she told I could be on in the first place. That tells me she wanted me to be on the app because she wanted an argument to break up. She wanted to find fault in me so she created one. Now that I have decided to leave her, she is crying saying she was never gonna cheat on me and that the guy is really just a friend. But why lie to me? Should we talk about the time your girlfriend lied or the time your girlfriend lied? Because both of them are pretty bad flushed. Bro. Normally this is where I would point out that there's two sides to every story and you guys should talk it out. Fuck now. You need to run and you need to run fast. This is not going to get better, however it will get worse. She's playing games with you, manipulating you, cheating on you, gaslighting you, and there has to be a few I'm missing. Just fucking run. Dodge this bullet and go back home if you can. This chick ain't the one, my dog. Cool, she pushed you to meet other people so she could justify the Michael thing. Cut bait and bail. Sounds open and shut to me. She was planning a whole thing with Michael and got caught. Don't fall for crocodile tears. Notice how she instigated the whole thing. Move on, you'll be happy. Leaving her is the right choice. No one should be testing the other in such gross ways. Because it is never her fault she had to create a reason to justify fucking around. Because I'm her mind. She is a good girl who would never seek affirmation from another man while in a relationship, so the only way round that is to make you a cheat or creep first so her stepping out is justifiable. Imagine the cognitive dissonance that women must experience for that to make sense. Lol. Glad you are getting out. She is truly awful. Scheming and planning all this and pretending to be a quality person with high value. It's a trap, you should have known better. Oldest trick in the book. Maybe not break up. But she definitely intended to cheat and probably wanted you on the app as she could dismiss her own behavior with, now we're even, we should forgive each other. That or cause a temporary break-up so she could hook up with Michael while apart, then come back and forgive you. Regardless, you should leave. How can I get my husband, a self-professed stay-at-home cat dad, to help out with chores? My husband was laid off from his job in October last year and he said he wanted to take some time to relax before finding a new job. I obliged because I could understand he needed a break. However, he decided to make it permanent and now calls himself a stay-at-home dad to our cat. The problem is he won't help with cleaning at all. When he finishes a can of soda or a candy bar, he just leaves it on the table. So won't do laundry and I cook and clean the cat litter and feed him. I work to pay for everything. My husband refuses to help. How can I get him to understand my side, that I'm tired after work? I can't seem to get through to him. My dad was like this to my mom. He's a parasite and you can't enable this shit. What's he even doing all day? Do not allow this shit, put your foot down. You're going to have to be tough because this is your husband. It unacceptable, he needs a job because you're not going to finance him to be doing nothing with his life. Can't even be bothered to throw wrappers away, where's his pride gone? Straight up disrespectful. You clean and work, he does squat diddly. Lay down the motherfucking law girl. You commented that he literally told you he doesn't love you and sees you as a friend. So why are you still sitting here taking care of your jobless roommate? He's not interested in counseling, clearly a terrible partner, and says he doesn't want to be with you, so divorce him. Your husband is clearly taking the piss. You pay for everything, he does nothing and can't even clean up after himself, and he states he doesn't love you. He is using you and he doesn't care. If you don't divorce him, then this will be your life forever. Is that what you want? It sounds like he married you to let you pay and do everything for him. That isn't marriage, that isn't a partnership. He is taking advantage of you. He sees you as a friend, maid and sugar mama. He's living the high life and will continue to do so. Seems like he married you to get someone to mooch off, but you don't want to believe it. It's sad, really. This must be a troll post. Bra leave his ass, are you fucking joking? All I needed was the title, bye bye. Sounds like couples counseling would be a good idea. C9 Enversation with obese wife. Me, M46, and wife, F42, have been married and known for 20+ years. We had and raised 3 kids and enjoy every moment of our life together. I'm a very active guy, go to gym every day, stay fit, six-pack fit, enjoy outdoors and just do stuff. She was never active, but she wasn't obese either. She was curvy, which I love about her, but not obese. Over years my wife has become quite sedentary, especially after our second child's difficult pregnancy, and not active at all. She would rather sleep until noon on weekends instead of doing stuff. Now our kids are teenagers and do their own thing and I long for doing stuff with her. But she would rather sleep on the weekends and sit on the couch than be active and do anything. I even considered if this is some kind's depression. She checked with doctor and it's not, I'm told. Our sex life has completely dropped off. She doesn't want sex as much as I do. I love her and want to have sex with her every day if I can. Also with her midsection weight gains, sex is not the same as it used to be. I want to grow old and die together with this woman. Anytime when I ask her about her weight, she gets defensive. I ask her once every other week or a month. She says I'm nitpicking. I even addressed about our sex not the same. She says it was hurtful but doesn't do anything about it. So how do I talk to her? With kids growing old, I'm afraid we are going apart and not the same people, interests anymore. I love her more than anything in the world and I'm afraid this will continue to create a wedge. At this point in my life I either resent and stay with her, or separate. She doesn't seem to be bothered by that. How do I have this conversation with her? You're bringing up her weight every week to month. And she's been sedentary since pregnancy and you have teens? Dude. Stop. There are no magic words you haven't used already. She knows you think she's fat and you want her to change. Back off. And spend your time thinking about this. If she never changes, do you still love her enough to want to stay? If so, commit now to shutting the hell up about her weight. If not, leave her. Living with someone and telling them weekly that you want them to be thinner is a soul-destroying and b. very obviously not achieving anything. Stop. Is she exhausted from running a household? Does she do the majority of taking care of the children, cleaning, emotional labor, etc.? No offense to you, but that could definitely be why she would prefer to relax on weekends if she's constantly doing stuff for you and the kids. If she wants to sleep a lot, suggest she get a checkup. She might have a thyroid problem, hormone imbalance, or something. Does she eat primarily healthy and is just inactive? If she doesn't eat healthy, would you consider making meals if you don't already? How does she react to suggestions of simple, easy exercise, like, it's a nice day, let's go on a walk? Do you think when you hassle her about her weight it just makes her more apt to not do anything about it? I'm wondering if she feels unattractive and undesirable and you bringing up her weight makes her not want to try. Does that make sense? Maybe try making her feel beautiful again, positive reinforcement. Usually, people want to strive for better when they're loved the way they need to be. Hey, fatty, wanna have sex? It's not good anymore, but come on. I'm shocked she's not jumping your bones. If I were the wife, I'd take my fat ass and leave lol. Being told every other week that I need to lose weight and that my midsection gains make sex feel not the same. I'd leave. Has she had a full blood test? While she may not be depressed, being apathetic could be an imbalance of something, anemia, or who knows. Consider taking her to an endocrinologist and getting a full checkup. My wife is giving me a way out of our marriage. Too long did not read. My wife said she wants nothing from me except the children. We currently live in a different country, so I effectively won't see my kids anymore. Update. Wanted to clarify that we all live together overseas. A little background info. My wife, 28 female, and I, 29 male, have been married for about 9 years now. Prior to getting married, we decided to talk about our future goals and what we expect from each other. She decided that once we have kids she wanted to stay home and take care of the household and I was to work. I know it seems old-fashioned, but that is what we pretty much decided, and as she said, I'll be damned if anyone else raises my kids. We now have a 5- and 7-year-old. In the beginning things were a little difficult as we didn't have much and my wife had some bad spending habits. Now over the last 5 years I have really moved up the ladder and I have a great position working in a different country. This will allow me to effectively retire in the next 5 years. That being said, over the last 5 years I have noticed that my wife's drive to do anything has deteriorated greatly. Let me explain. 1. She has started spending a lot more. To put it into perspective, around $50,000 were spent on things for the house in the last 8 months. I have had this conversation about money for years and I have since taken away all the access to my accounts and credit cards, but she still finds ways. 2. The home that we live in has also been increasingly dirty over the last few years, partly because of the expenditures. While I do clean the house along with my kids, there are certain things that she says she has to do because you and the boys do it wrong. I have even offered to get us a maid for this, but she says, will she you too? I will take care of it. 3. I am very big into health because I lost both of my grandparents to heart disease about 6 years ago. Since I have started making more money, my wife has taken it upon herself to feed us junk food, i.e. MCD, BK, Panda, etc., about 5-6 times a week for dinner. She says it is a treat for the kids and she is too tired to cook. I have offered to cook, but she says to stay out because I will just make a mess and it is her space. I don't think this is healthy for the kids nor for myself since heart disease runs in the family and I don't think it is acceptable. 4. She refuses to be part of the activities me and the boys do. We have game night, movie night, dinner together, go out for walks and to the park, but she does not partake in any of these activities. She says, I was raised to be independent and I am instilling that in them. I hate this because it makes the kids feel bad and I sometimes guilt trip her into going with us. With that rant over, let me explain what we have tried and what we have done to resolve these things. We have attended marriage counseling, mental health, and behavioral therapy together. She also has her own private therapist and psychiatrist. I have offered to get us a maid to help with the cooking and cleaning along with offering myself to do it. I have talked to her about being more involved with the children as well. Now I know these seem trivial, but after years things start to build up because nothing changes after countless promises. This brings us to now. She came to me and said, I noticed that you are unhappy and I am 28 now and quite honestly I don't think nor do I want to change. This is who I am, so I am giving you a way out. I don't want anything from you and if you want to split up we can. The only thing I want is the children. Now I do love her, but things just seems like she stopped trying in a way. I don't want to work until the day I die, nor do I want my children to have health issues due to their diet. My problem is this. My children love their mom, so I don't want to separate them. Also, since we live in a different country, one of us will not see their children as much and I am scared that will be me. I know a lot of this can be solved if I just do the things, but when I try she throws fits of rage, pretty much tantrums. Not only that, it seems a little crazy for me to effectively do everything right. Questions. How can I give myself the best opportunity to gain custody of my children? We are American. Is there something else that I can try to make her understand or see my point of view? Do I just stay together and live miserably just so my kids can grow up happy? Am I being crazy, sexist, or are my expectations too high? Any insight or information would helpful. I just need someone else's POV. Talk to a lawyer. That's the only person who's going to give you the proper advice for what you can expect as it relates to divorce and custody. If she only wants the kids, how does she afford the rest unless she has someone else? She's totally checked out. I think she's both bored and stressed and has been like that for a long time. Shit fucks you up. Some people come out of that another person. Also, you're an angel, man, and it's getting you in trouble. No way I'd have tolerated 1/5 of that expenditure in 8 months without laying down some boundaries. I do not see this marriage going well in the future, and staying together for the kids is another way of saying being miserable. You married someone immature with unrealistic ideals and expectations who hasn't managed to mature and change herself at all. The children need you, not just your money. Your wife won't magically change. Don't expect anything. Only leave the path open for better but don't enable worse. Draw firm boundaries and make sure your children are raised in a healthy manner and with parental love and effort. Edit. If she could go into counseling, that'd be for the best. She sounds neglectful. You can take this to court and try to get not only custody, but an injunction from her removing the children from the country. If you find and keep their passports, she can't remove them from the U.S. She neglects household chores and feeds your young children junk food almost every day. She only wants the children so she can get child support and alimony from you, aka continuing her unhealthy lifestyle. First off, the "she only wants the children" is straight BS. She needs children come with child support. So she wants the children as well as the money, especially if she has full custody. Second, start documenting everything. Only speak to her through text and email until it is over. Third, definitely get out. Sounds miserable. Finally and most importantly, fight to keep the kids. It will be hard because you're a man. Your wife sounds greedy ASF. And she seems like a person that will exploit you for everything and use your kids against you, and the less time you're around them, the easier it will be for her. TBH, this could sound like depression. It seems like she thinks she's a worthless mother and wife and is trying hard to prove it to everybody, including herself.